Hey, free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. Now, before we get into today's video, which is covering David, we need to first find out some things about David, right? So I want to show you guys something that is very important before we can actually employ David in Sentinel Hunt, aka the Dark Star Lord. Here you go, this is David and this is his stats. These are his stats. He's running with Astro Witchcraft and Avatara. Now, the thing is, if you're going to be using him for manual gameplay, I think Astro Witchcraft is going to be better. If you're going to be using him for auto gameplay, I think Ocean Waves is going to be a lot better. And the reason for that, so what I want you guys to take note of is when I press the auto button, this is what happens. He uses his third skill first. So he uses his third skill offensively. He don't wait for the enemy to have buffs before actually using it. So I've actually tested this in the Sentinel Hunt as well, so it just happens all the time. So his AI is not smart. It's pretty similar to Biondina where they have different preferences in terms of what they want to do with their AI. So for today's video, I want to show you guys what he can be useful for if you do not have a Biondina, because he directly replaces Biondina in most cases. Yes, he does replace Jinyu Yao as well, but Jinyu Yao does provide that extra cleansing effect on your team, which can be quite useful a lot of time. But that's not to say that she's irreplaceable. If you have a Catherine, that works perfectly fine. In fact, I can replace her with a Catherine, and I think it might perform better as well. So without further ado, let's take a look. So we definitely have to run this on manual because, like I said before, David's AI is bad, but the one way they can get around it is to use Ocean Waves on him. Okay, so we are on manual here, so let's just see how this works out. And if you're going to be running on manual, I do recommend that you run at least, your first team on manual. So we're going to debuff. Okay, at least we got the speed down here. So we are not going to use our third skill because, yeah, we need to wait for him to use his immunity first. That's where he comes in. Okay, so nice Astro proc over here with, okay, we got resisted there. If not, that would have been a double silence or a double poison debuff. And we got resisted again. Of course, why not, right? So there you go, more double debuffs over there, very nice. And I guess we can normal attack here, more debuffs. Yes, okay, good. And one other good thing about David is that his third skill has a very short cooldown of just 3 turns, right? So let's take a look at that in just a bit. Okay, so as you can see here, his Curtain Call has a cooldown of 3 turns. So if you have Ocean Waves, this is going to come around a lot more frequently, which is what you will need to counteract the Parting Shadow, well, as frequent as you can. But the most important thing is his normal attack actually lands an attack debuff. And that's gonna help so much, dude. I cannot stress how important an attack debuff is. So here you go, there is 2 buffs here. I'm not actually gonna use my Jinyu Yao to strip it, although I probably should, but because I want to showcase David for this video, right? So we're gonna heal up a little bit. And we can't use our third skill just yet, so we're just gonna normal attack and waste it a little bit. Okay, Jinyu Yao. I know, I get it. Okay. Can we strip both the debuffs? So let's take a look at the skill again. It has a 100% proc chance of stripping debuffs, and I think he has about like 66% accuracy. So let's see how this goes. Double strip, nice! With an Astro proc as well. Very nice, dude, very nice. Okay, push out AP. Oh no, we weren't able to... Are we? Can we? I wonder. Can we cut in between and get some debuffs up? Because the problem here is that we do not have any debuffs at all, because we waited to use David instead when we could have used our Jinyu Yao. So the thing is, it might be quite important to speed tune David as well, right? It could be very, very crucial. So that, you know, as soon as the boss, well, after he takes his turn, David comes in with the instant strip basically, right? So it's very important that David strips perfectly. So now we're just praying that we land some attack debuffs as well, which has a 100% proc chance. So that's very important to take note of. So for David, yeah, 100% proc chance over there, which is very, very extremely crucial in maintaining your survivability over here. Right, so just like that, Roundhouse Dance attacks one enemy with a 100% chance of inflicting attack down. And of course you get resisted. And here we go, wow, we successfully landed an attack debuff from Hall, which is perfect. So the Avatara is going to be very crucial as well, because when he counterattacks, he's going to land an attack debuff, which is not only just for the boss, but also for the 2 followers on either side. Very important stuff. Debuff, nice speed down. The speed debuff is all that matters to us. Nice attack debuff, fantastic. That is going to be huge for us. All right, here we go. Boop, boop. Nice double debuff there, perfect. Almost there. Can we get 10 stacks? Nice, we got 10. Fantastic. And the follow on the left is not gonna dispel, not gonna cleanse any of those. So there you go. No buffs for him this time around. But obviously we can improve on this, right? If we use Jinyu Yao to strip at the start, right? Okay, so now he has the 2 buffs up here again. And we have to get rid of it ASAP. Okay, so I'm just going to use Jinyu Yao here just to strip it. Okay, that worked. That worked perfectly fine. I just wanted to show that David is really capable of stripping buffs because he has a triple hit, or rather he has a quadruple hit where the first 3 hits will then strip. So there's a really good chance that you're going to strip everything as long as you give him like the sufficient accuracy, right? He will need all that accuracy. It's unfortunate that we didn't get the slow debuff here, but I think we might be able to catch up. Okay, great. We did catch up. And here we go. More poisons, attack debuff. Nice, fantastic. And I think we should go for a heal here. Can we get a triple debuffs? Single. Unfortunate. We are so close. Oh my god, we were so close to 10 debuffs. I think we could have done it. Well, that self-cleanse is so big though. It's really good because he's passive, right? Allows him to, let me just show you. If Jason can take action, he will then dispel 1 debuff from himself and taunt a random enemy. It doesn't really matter. Okay, the taunting part don't really matter all that much. But the fact that he dispels himself would then allow him to remove some of like the misrate up debuffs that one of the followers here can land on you. So yeah, pretty good. He's pretty good as a debuffer in my opinion. Really, really good. And the buff strip as well. But of course the difference here as opposed to just simply using a Biondina is with Biondina you can just run full auto. You can just run full auto and she's gonna work perfectly fine because she's gonna strip buffs every single turn that she takes. As for David, you're gonna have to run this manually. Right, attack debuff, nice. Very nice. Very nice, dude. Super cool. Okay, we didn't manage to get all the stacks that we wanted, but it's still fine. That's because we didn't get a slow debuff from Kara. So this is why I do recommend using Ocean Waves on Kara so that you have that possibility of getting her debuff, right, as regular as you can. Nice, quadruple debuffs over there. Very nice attack debuff. Dude, we are tanking so well. We are tanking so freaking well. In most of the situations that I have ran without with a Biondina instead of a David, my tankiness was never this good. Never ever. The attack debuff is so strong. Okay, it's kind of unfortunate that Kara's gonna die here, because we do need her for the slow debuff for this last turn that the boss has. But this is incredible, dude. This is incredible. Okay, good. We can actually dispel everything. Let's try again. Full strip. Full strip. Nice. Oh my god, huge. Freaking huge, dude. Incredible, incredible stuff. And we get the immunity as well, which is like, it's gonna help us. I mean, maybe not so much for David because he dispels debuffs on himself, right? But good shit, dude. He's a really good free-to-play Esper. Definitely very good. And here we go. Attack debuff. Nice. Not that it really matters right now. The attack debuff don't really matter all that much right now, because we want ourselves to be destroyed at this current state. Yep, that's it. And then now we can just proceed on with the rest, which can be done in full auto. So here are my final thoughts about David. So I've done a few runs with him. I've done a few runs using manual, using auto as well. And I must say that running him on manual is really good. The feeling is really good. The attack debuffs that he lands is so good for a sustain, dude. So freaking good. And the buff strippage that he has is incredible as well. He has a really good chance of just stripping all the buffs. Something that is actually better than Jinyu Yao, because Jinyu Yao has only one chance of stripping the buffs. She doesn't have a multi-hit on her third skill. But of course Biondina is going to be the best, but Biondina does not have an attack debuff, which is what David has. So David is actually a lot more free-to-play friendly, especially for players who do not have all the relics to make your team very tanky. So that's where David comes in with the attack debuff, and that's a very rare debuff that you're not going to get in many different situations. And I think I might even want to replace Jinyu Yao as long as I can speed tune David perfectly. And I replace Jinyu Yao with a Catherine because Catherine has a misrate up debuff as well, which is going to add on a lot in making sure that your team survives very well. Can we get killed here? Can we get killed? Can our Dahlia get wiped? Please. Oh, nice. Okay, so now we're moving on to the third wave, and the boss has 2 turns of Stellar Smash here. Fantastic stuff. Oh, and another thing that I need to mention, which is completely off topic, right, is that AoE damage actually adds to your score. So it's a really good idea to use AoE damage dealing Esper. So for example, Lilin here does AoE damage, Ashley does AoE damage, Lincel and Gaius as well. They are all AoE damage dealers. So what you notice is that for this third team, I will be dealing a tremendous amount of damage. This is going to be the main area where I push my DPS like crazy. Is where I farm my score a lot. So it's a really good idea to try to invest in some AoE damage dealers. So you have all of these 4 Espers obviously, and some other choices could be maybe the twins. I think the twins are incredible here because they have a lot of AoE damage, especially for the white twin who has a little bit more AoE. But the point of the white twin is that his base attack is really low, and he has absolutely no offensive stats whatsoever, not even from Ascensions. So you are going to have to invest a lot to make him a little bit more painful, so to speak. But the black twin is going to do his job just fine, right? So the twins are going to be good for your team too. And some other AoE Espers, I can't really think about any of them right off the top of my head. I'm not even sure who I used in my second team. But oh, Chloe, yeah, Chloe is one of those Espers as well. And if you haven't seen yet, Anki DP, Death Punk, he did use Alexa for his team 1, which effectively reflects, I think, like 1 million damage back to the boss whenever the boss attacks. Incredible stuff. So there you go, 4.6 million. That's not bad, dude. That's a lot better than some of my usual runs. Like my normal runs, right? I think this is actually improving my score. And this is just like one random test. Yeah, this actually improved my score a little bit as well. So if you're going to be running manual, I think David is an excellent choice, dude. So before we end off this video, let's just take a look at the resonance that I've given him, right? And some of my opinions here as well. So I'm going for this direct path and a little bit more accuracy, but the thing is, if you already cap out his accuracy at 80%, you do not need this at all. You might want hasty action, but that's entirely up to you. So what I highly recommend is to just go for Divine Resilience and possibly Vital Life as well if you have the capacity, right? Let's say you're not going for any of these. So I think these two could be quite useful, especially if you want to make sure that he stays alive a little bit longer. But anyway, that's it for this extremely long video talking about David and Sentinel Hunt. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been Dairy Free to Play, and as always, I will see you in the next video.